I mean, what do you want to do about it? Look, I got to do a weather report. Take the doggone truck and go get him out of the ditch. Sorry, man, I forgot why I was here.
It's 7 o'clock on a Monday afternoon, so you know what time it is. It is time for your weekly episode of Well, no, it ain't. But this Monday, we're giving you all a special treat. So it is time for your weekly episode of SCV Chat. Before we get started, please remember the views and opinions expressed in this broadcast are not necessarily the views and opinions of the SCV, its GEC, nor divisions, brigade, camps, or any other subsidiary areas. How is everybody doing in Dixieland tonight? We have an interesting show for you planned. I think for the first time in our long 5-year history, we are doing a combination of the two shows. So it is your weekly episode of SCV Chat, but it's Look Around themed. I really don't know how to explain it, but we are going to be doing Look Around content tonight. Stuff we usually save for the Thursday show, but because I was out of action for so long, and last week we weren't able to have a Look Around episode at all, and this week we'll probably be doing Commander's Comments if all our schedules align, me and Connor thought it'd be a good idea to just do Look Around on Monday, but it's the SCV Chat flagship show. I sat around for a good hour trying to figure out how to explain it, and I still got nothing. So that's the best I got. Connor has been called away last minute to tend to some work business, so we won't have him on tonight, but he will be in our hearts as the songbird of this generation. You did catch me because of course, Facebook messed up our episode live stream. I'm in the middle of sharing this episode out, which you should be joining me in sharing this episode out to make sure that we can get it to all of our compatriots across the Confederation. So yeah, we will be taking a look across the Confederation tonight, but it'll have a different look. It will have a different feel. It is hectic to do this with the Monday show theme. I'll tell you that. It was a fun time trying to figure that out. But luckily, I think we have a good bit of stuff for y'all this evening. Again, almost done. I am trying my best. I'm also trying to talk without looking at the camera right now because, again, I'm sharing this episode out, which, again, join me. And let's see here. So, sometimes I have to play the game. Is that an SCV camp? Because some camps can be pretty tricky with their Facebook group names. Oops, I just shared to a baseball group I'm a part of. Go Chicago Cubs, by the way. They're getting their weekly episode of SCV Chat. I wonder how that's going to go. It is a group for Chicago Cub fans in Mississippi, so I'm hopeful I won't get banned. If I do get banned, I didn't need to be there anyway. But I'm in so many SCV groups. Oh my gosh. I forget about it every Monday and Thursday until I'm in the middle of sharing these out. Normally, while I'd be sharing these out, Conroe would be talking to you. But as you can see, I am on my own. Did not mean to share to that group either. Which group was that? The Texas Longhorn Cattle group. They're getting their weekly episode of SCV Chat if they want to or not. So I think I've shared it to everybody I can. So hopefully that is happening. But I do see a couple of great people already in the chat. And again, please comment if you're watching. Charles Lee Ray, how you doing, brother? Good to see you as always. Ryan Rogers, good to see you from the Alabama Division, Camp 1824. And then we got Al from Camp 155 of Tennessee. Charles is a Louisiana man, by the way, and a regular on this show. He's been on a couple times to talk about one of my favorite holidays, Mardi Gras, and some interesting connections that has to our Southern heritage. Always love having Charles on. I'm gonna try to squeak you on again soon, but you'll be on soon anyway, and we'll talk about that for a second because I did get some questions thrown my way about the upcoming elections, and we'll talk about that in a second. But I did see. Hello. Is my sound going in okay? Because if I have been talking for 8 minutes and y'all couldn't hear anything, that is just disheartening. Alan Lawrence from Lieutenant General Richard Taylor Camp 1308. Good to see you. Andrew Luck. Good to see you. Derek Glover from Camp 929. And yes, we'll be putting that up in a second. And Wilford Owens. Good to see you from Virginia. Derek, I'm putting your comment up for a special reason. Our brothers and sisters of the Southland in Texas had a horrendous flood this past week. And I would ask that we all keep our family, our Southern family, in our prayers. And I will put that up if y'all will give me just 1 second and ask that y'all remember the SCV Relief Fund and donate to it today. I know people get sick of hearing donate to this, donate to that. We have a lot of great causes in the SCV, like the 21st Century Confederate Heroes, which is funding General Forrest's last ride, Elm Springs Fund, the Museum Acquisitions Fund, the Heritage Defense Fund. But tonight I am asking that if all of our viewers could just donate whatever you can to the SCV Relief Fund. Being from Mississippi and remembering Katrina, I know how bad these things can be. So I am asking everybody if you can. I know financial times are tight. Trust me, I know. I am dirt broke after my beach trip. I mean, dirt broke. I'm going to see if I can try to scrape some money together to donate myself. But please donate to the SCV Relief Fund to help those members in Texas. All right. Let me get back to welcoming everybody. Kentucky Division Commander Kyle Thompson is here. And he's only 9 minutes late. Everybody give a round of applause to Commander Thompson. Commander Thompson is going to kick me out of the reunion next year. Got Richmond, Virginia in the chat. Always good to have Richmond in the chat. Camp 778 of the Sons of Confederate Veterans here. Good to see y'all. Adam Southern are illustrious. He's our executive director. Good to see you in the chat, Adam. Hope you've had a great weekend. And, of course, the most sharp-dressed man in the SCV, past Commander-in-Chief, Paul Gramlin Jr. Yes, I mean, I think it's safe to say, Derek, that the South takes care of its own. I think that was something fostered by the horribleness of Reconstruction and just all the stuff the South faced after the war. I think it made us probably the closest section of this union, this forced union, because we do take care of our own, whether it be in our own state or in a fellow Southern state. I think we just naturally feel for them. And we will be making a post to kind of remind everybody about the SCV Relief Fund. I will do my hardest to make that post and kind of share it out. Speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and remind myself too, isn't technology great? Nope, don't do that. I can just email myself because for some reason my SCV email is saved in the chat's email. But yes, no, please contribute if you can to the relief fund. Every little bit of money helps. And we got the Florida man in the chat, Sean McFall. Good to see you, Florida man. I just turned looking at my phone like, why am I getting a notification? Forgetting I just sent myself a notification. But to answer a question I've gotten a bit, yes, I have noticed that we have two people that have announced their candidacy for offices during SCV election next year. We won't be announcing or posting anybody's announcements. We here at SCV Chat stay impartial during the election times because we will do the interviews again this upcoming year. So if you are thinking, or let me phrase it like this: if you have announced, please consider emailing us at scvyouthoutreach@gmail.com so we can go ahead and start planning when we are going to schedule you next year. We'll probably start it around January of 26, kind of after we get back from our season break and start the new season. And remember, we do it by Army. Hopefully. Last year, it was a free-for-all. We might just try to focus on the Army positions first and just do it in whatever order we can, get everybody scheduled. Because last year, it did take way too long to get everybody scheduled because of course, everybody's traveling. Everybody's dedicated to this cause. People still work on Thursdays, and just travel in general can be hard. But that's why we haven't reposted any announcements, because we don't want to show or be looking like we're showing any favoritism. We stay impartial and let the membership decide who they think is the best candidate. But we will be doing interviews again. So if you are thinking about or have announced for all the way up from commander-in-chief all the way to the Army councilman or commander positions, please consider reaching out to us. We will be scheduling those very soon, and would love to go ahead and have everybody lined up perfectly. So I would love to try to do the councilman first, then the Army commanders, lieutenant commander-in-chief, and then commander-in-chief. So I know people have already started announcing. So yeah, please send that to us at scvyouthoutreach@gmail.com, and I will be getting y'all scheduled soon. Good to see I had a brain fart there, but the Hot Springs, Arkansas camp 648. I don't know why. Loy, good to see you. David, good to see you. And of course, past commander-in-chief, the T-Rex himself, Jason Boshears. Don't apologize for doing dues. My camp is in the middle of dues, and because I'm helping the transition between me and the new adjutant, it has been a fun time. And he's also in the middle of moving. So me and him have been talking a lot, getting everything scheduled and set apart for camp dues so we can send a check in a couple weeks. Remember, by the way, they're due in July. August is the grace period. Let's help out National, and everybody please try to send in what you have by July. What I do, and I know every adjutant has their own form of how they do dues or anything for that matter, but just throwing my 2 cents in there. Whatever you have at the end of July, write it up. These members have paid. This is their SCV IDs. Our other members are going to be taking use of the grace period, and we'll be in contact as soon as possible. That's what I do. And then if anybody is in the grace period, what I usually do is send it as I'm getting it. I know some people wait till they get everybody. I somewhat do that method as well, but whatever I have by July is what I have by July, and I send that in. And if any of my camp members decide to use the grace period, I send a different mail check and breakdown of who has sent something in. So that's just my 2 cents. I know we have a lot of great adjutants in the chat, and the Tennessee Division adjutants so happens. So we do have some great adjutants to ask some advice from, and of course also go in. My camp usually pays at our General Forest birthday celebration, so I will have a lot of dues to go through Saturday. But Sean says his camp is already 95% paid. That is awesome, Mr. Sean. The Florida man is on top of it. That is awesome. Yes, you need to make sure you get him in by July. The earlier, the better. And from Jason Boshears, please do not wait last minute to pay. This causes a backlog at HQ. And this is something that I have not thought about, surprisingly, with how much I love technology. And I even did the Deadgum training seminar. Eric is about to throw a shoe at me. But you can use Salesforce to pay your national dues online. So adjutants, hey, let's see here. Open. I didn't mean to click on yours, Carl, but Faversham, Carl. Carl, you missed a cameo by yourself at the beginning of this episode, talking about the weather. But yes. Oh, I didn't even think about that. How is Disneyland? Adam is taking a much-deserved little break. He works his tail off for us, and I'm glad he is getting to enjoy Disneyland. I hope you are having a magical time at Disney World or Disneyland. I don't know which one you're at, honestly. That I get confused by all of them. They're all like just Disney something. So I hope you're having fun at Disney something. Send in pictures. Let's post Adam on like a Ferris wheel on the chat page. Let's do that. Robert Corbin, good to see you. It's good to see everybody. Oh, he's at Disney World. Okay. I noticed you were at Disneyland or World or whatever the heck it's called. As I said, stuff like that tends to go over my head. Or my memory, so to speak. Carl says he didn't miss himself. He's right here. That is a take. I love Carl, the lovely Army of Tennessee Commander Carl Jones. But yeah, as I said earlier, for those who missed it, I'll go over it probably one more time towards the end of the episode, make sure everybody gets it. But we are covering the news tonight on this Monday episode. It is the SCV Chat Look Around ? Episode. I had a great time thinking of promotional for this, though. Didn't know how to explain it, but I had a great time making the promotional. All right. And we also have another rule. Past Commander-in-Chief just wanted to remind everybody that neck ribbons should not be worn with an open collar. If I remember our awards manual correctly, it is to only be worn with a tie and a sports coat and a button down. I could be wrong, but I think that's right. We are going to hope that it's right. Oh gosh, I forgot how I set this up. It's going to be interesting. But while I am thinking about this, please remember that our national reunion is coming up. And so you can also, and something I just love because I did it, you can register online. It's great. It's simple. It's easy. I'm definitely going to try to see if I can get my division to start doing this, as well as I'd love to see national reunions continue this thread. Being able to register online, it is fantastic. It's awesome. Yes. Yay. Let's keep that up. I just read the comments. Velvet Elvis on Space Mountain is a vision for the ages even Disney can't dream of. Yes, it is. And Florida Man's right. I am looking forward to seeing everybody next week at National Reunion. I cannot wait. National Reunion is probably one of my favorite times. I had something planned with past Commander-in-Chief Paul Gramlin Jr., but because of my beach trip being more expensive than previously thought. Sadly, I won't be able to do it this year, but Commander, I found it. The perfect thing that we talked about. I'm going to be able to get it for Kentucky. So it took me a while to find what I'm looking for because I'm very specific and picky. But with the help of Audrey, I have found a special suit, I will say. I'm not going to give anything else away, but in Kentucky next year, let me tell y'all are going to get an eyeful. I'm going to take after my great grandfather, Bob Joyner, who was also a member of the SCV, who also wore very, let's just say, flashy suit jackets. But I'm going a step further and going with a whole suit. So I cannot wait. So Kyle is saying no moose policy in Kentucky. That's fair, Kyle. I've been giving Kyle crap for about a year now on how he's late every episode. So that's fair. That's fair. Veto power. No. I will be wearing this at some point next year. It's not awful. I'm not wearing like this neon suit, but it is colorful. It is colorful. I know I'm making my great grandfather proud. He is definitely going to be smiling down from heaven next year when he sees me in this suit. But yes, it is. The reunion this year is in Houston, Texas. Someone asked if it was in Kentucky this year. No, that's next year's reunion. This year's is in Houston, Texas. It is going to be a wonderful time. I will be, in fact, even leaving a bit early to go explore the great state of Texas. I have not been able to do that in a while. But let's see here. Where is it? There it is. While we're talking about this year's reunion, you can drive to Kentucky. That's great. I can't wait to see you. If you go to scvchat.com, episode 2, hit the episode, scroll down to episode 200, you get this wonderful, wonderful screen. And on this screen, it tells you some cool information that will be available at National Reunion. And that is the SCV Chat celebrating its 5-year anniversary and our 200th episode. So join us for the historic milestone. It will be the Thursday at National Reunion that night. We're thinking 7:30, I think is what we said, but we don't know yet. Make sure to come check out the website the day of, and we will have a lot of information for you. Time, location is all to be announced, but the date is set at July 17th. Join us for our 200th episode. We are making history, and we want you to join us. We'll be live like normal, but we'll also have a live crowd serving up energy like never before. Whether you tune in from home or show up in person, you won't want to miss this once-in-a-lifetime episode. And if you're a Patreon supporter, you get an exclusive special treat just for you. Remember, for $10 a month, you can join our Patreon. Oh, and there'll be cake, by the way. From our very first episode all the way back in 2020, you guys have kept us alive, inviting us into your homes, and so much more for the past 5 years and past 200 episodes of just the Monday show. That doesn't even include special live streams or covering events or Look Around the Confederation. That is just our flagship show. You guys have helped us reach over 1 billion people in under 6 months. We have become a worldwide phenomenon somehow, where people listen to our show all the way in India, to all across the globe. People listen and tune in to SCV Chat, and it's time to celebrate it. So make sure to tune in. The link is in the chat. Just go to SCV Chat, hit the episodes tab, scroll down to episode 200, and that information will be posted Thursday. But also on our website is so much more. And we're going to go through some of that real quick. You can support us. Here's a link to our Patreon under the Support Us tab. And remember, we do have a new sponsor tab. So if you want to be a full-fledged sponsor of SCV Chat for $80 a month, we will. You'll be part of the intro, commercial break, stuff like that. And of course, we have the SCV online store. And me and Connor really want to see some people in some SCV Chat merchandise Thursday. There's a lot of great stuff to pick from. So if you can, please do it, as well as the Moose Hunt. The Moose Hunt will not be on the 200th episode, but will be that next day, Friday, before the oratory. All the proceeds raised at the Moose Hunt 2025 will go to General Forrest's last ride to make sure General Forrest has the best possible event and stuff to make that happen. So make sure to please support us on both of those days. Also, because it is reunion season, we do have a National Reunions tab for updates. Now, you have to sign up. We only allow SCV members, UDC, MOS, Confederate-friendly people at certain points of our website. You see not a member? Create an account. Click create an account, or if you're having trouble remembering your password, you can reset your password. That way you can get, instead of having to scroll through our Facebook or our YouTube to find the live videos to give updates on National Reunion, you can go straight to our website and see them there. So thank you guys for indulging me in that. Howdy, Justin. Good to see you. Well, there will be no moose jerky. Members only means just SCV UDC. Friends of the SCV, just making sure you're Confederate friendly. Even though some stuff is we have on the national updates is public for the public, we thought it'd just be best if at any time someone could check our National Reunion update. So please make sure to sign up for our website. I will be trying to get all that set up this weekend. So please check that out. Dennis, good to see you from Camp 2177. Yes, I don't know if we've gotten in Australia yet, David. Congratulations on y'all getting into Scotland and Australia, but we have been in Scotland. We do have viewers in Scotland. It has been a crazy trip, and I cannot believe we have reached as many people as we have. We are just beyond grateful to have a television show that is live, that we have been able to produce now for over 5 years, and treat it as such. People have misunderstood that we are an online podcast. We are a radio show. No, we have formatted this specifically as a TV show, and it has been put out there as a TV show with sponsors, with people asking about chat, with how we have organized this whole thing, with how we're officially registered is as a TV show. So, yes. It has been a crazy 5-year journey, and I'm looking forward to the next 5. Y'all have seen me as a 21-year-old now all the way to 26. From no beard to beard and so much more. You've seen me in a moose onesie. It has been a crazy journey, and the gag reel will be present at the 200th episode. I'm editing it together as we speak, and hopefully a couple other surprises. And we can't wait. But yes. As a reminder, again, we here at SCV Chat stay impartial in elections. Let's not use this as a campaign ground, please. We stay impartial for a very specific reason. We don't want to influence any membership. Every person running from office like normal will have an episode dedicated to them. If you really want to support whoever you think is the best, please make sure to like, comment a lot, ask questions, and share those episodes out. That's how we can support them. So, again, I'm not trying to get on to anybody, but that is kind of something that we have decided. Oh, that's interesting. That is not good at all. Huh. How about that? That is no good. No good, no good, no good. Interesting. All right. How is our connection on Facebook, everybody? Because I just got a notification we're not live on Facebook. Give me 1 second to figure out what in the world is happening as I try my best. So, are we live on Facebook is the question. That is no good. No good. Huh. I have no idea what is happening. Good to see you, Tony. Our Lieutenant Commander-in-Chief in the chat. Okay, hey, we're live. I cannot see your comments, so I'm going to pull up my phone. And we're going to monitor comments on there. That is an interesting turn of events. Isn't that lovely? I just love when this stuff happens. It always happens when I'm alone, I've noticed. Like there's no one to take over the show so I can fix this. We are going to take a quick commercial break to see if I can fix it. I know that we are live at least, so the episode is still going, and that's what is important. 5 years and this stuff still happens. But I will say this. If you would like to support us, please go check out scvchat.com. You can hit the support us tab. And of course, check out a lot of great content and easy to find stuff on our website. I'm having a brain fart. I'm trying to read all the comments as well. So definitely make sure to check that out. And also check us out on Patreon. For just $10 a month, you can make sure we stay on the air, be able to get better equipment, be able to provide more content, better content, and so much more. And of course, you get the exclusive content. And like with the 200th episode, you get some exclusive stuff thrown your way. Also, we have for $80 a month, you can be an official sponsor of SCV Chat. And your business, whatever you want to promote, will be promoted on the show during these commercial breaks and, of course, the beginning of the show. So make sure to check that out. Oh, the comments. I can't comment now. Just lovely. This joy to all. Joy to all. All right, we'll be right back as I see if I can fix this.
There is a place, nestled in the rolling farmland of southern Middle Tennessee. A home, constructed in 1837, nearly lost to the ravages of war. Saved by a servant and a Confederate general. A place where families loved and lost. If walls could talk, what stories could be told? If a place, a home, can feel love, loss, pain, surely this is one of those places. Nearby is a more recent structure, And inside are the stories of heroes and heroines, stories of battles won and lost, stories of sacrifices made by the people of its native soil. A place that will tell the true and complete story of the Southland and the war fought for its freedom. From the causes that led to the conflict to the modern-day struggles to protect Southern history. Historic Elm Springs and the Confederate Museum at Elm Springs are the general headquarters for the Sons of Confederate Veterans. A place where the story of the Southland and its historic struggle is preserved and told. Come and discover your history.
Well, it seems I have fixed whatever the problem is, as I can now comment on Facebook. Wow, that was an experience. But it is good to see everybody. Jason, this is a fake plant. This is Audrey. She is hanging on by a thread. It is a very nice fake plant. But it is good to see that we are still live. That is all that matters, because the show must go on. But yes, please make sure to check out scvchat.com to see what all our website has to offer, as well as consider becoming a Patreon member for $10 a month. You can really help us out here at SCV Chat, as well as you can now become a sponsor on Patreon for $80 a month. Your business will be promoted during our commercial breaks and the beginning of the episodes. With the only exception, I think, maybe being Commander's Comments, but I think we are doing them on Commander's Comments after we get sponsors. So, yeah, please. All right. Good to see we have everybody. Now, we do have a good bit of news to go over. So first, we are going to switch brands. Wow, look at that. Isn't that nice? And we are going to talk about Camp 1460's special event on July 26th, the 28th annual Barton Vincent Lecture, featuring guest speaker, historian, and author Derek Lindau. As I said, it will be July 26th at Graves County Public Library, the community room. The program begins at 6 p.m. Admission is free and all are welcomed. Also, you can enjoy a dinner and history event with the famous historian Michael C. Hardy. It will be Saturday, July 12th. This is Saturday. Dinner will be at 6 p.m. The presentation will be at 7 p.m. The presentation will be about Mr. Hardy's new book, Feeding Lee's Army of Northern Virginia. It will be at the King's Restaurant. It is $20 in advance, $25 at the door. Please make checks payable to SCV Camp 706 in North Carolina. The deadline has already passed, so it will be $25 at the door. For more information, please email scvcamp706@gmail.com. And let's switch again. Boom. That wasn't up there. Why is it like this? There you go. Y'all don't need all this up in your face. So first, let's talk about some updated events. The the fourth annual Rebel Arouser Cruise In free entry will be Saturday, July 26th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. You will experience food and classic cars, trucks, and motorcycles. And plus, you'll have a museum and house tour. Of all this will be available. It is at the National Confederate Museum at Historic Elm Springs in Columbia, Tennessee. So we hope to see you at that event. Also, Rockin' the Springs, 7 p.m., July 26th at Elm Springs with special guest Metal. Gosh. Oh, bless y'all's heart. Vendors and food trucks and live music. It will be an event for all ages. So make sure to check that out if I didn't scare you away. But now we are going to be talking about some camp news that happened over the weekend or over the past couple weeks. First bit of news is going to take us to Missouri, where the Major Thompson R. Livingston Camp, 2327 out of Carthage, Missouri, celebrated the 164th anniversary of the Battle of Carthage at the Kendrick House on July 5th. The day included historical programs, tours, living history demonstrations, and concluded with the annual Vespers service. It sounds like it was a phenomenal event with a lot of fun had. Hello, Kent. Hello. Next bit of news is going to take us to the great state of Kentucky. Members of Benton, Calvert City, Wickliffe, and Maury, Kentucky, of the Kentucky Division, their camps participated in the annual Calvert City 4th of July parade this past weekend. Here is a group photo of everybody. Looks like a great turnout. Also, I do want to point out Kentucky Division Kyle Thompson wearing a Hulk Rule shirt. Awesome touch, by the way. Great touch. Good to see the Kentucky Division. Sounds like a storm is brewing outside. That's not good. Looks like I'm going to be in for an interesting drive home. But our next bit of news, let's see here, takes us to a very fantastic story. The Major Thompson R. Livingston Camp of Missouri, 2327 members Wes Franklin, Kengan Franklin, and Liam Franklin presented Yancey Franklin with a 13-star Confederate First National flag for his 71st birthday on July 4th. He's always wanted a 13-star Confederate First National flag to hang from his front porch because it is his favorite Confederate national flag. Mr. Franklin is the great-grandson of Private Thomas Henry Clay, Company H of the 12th Texas Cavalry. I want to wish you a happy birthday, compatriot, and I do share your sentiment. The First National flag is my favorite version of the flag. I think it very much shows that our ancestors was looking towards the founding generation, and I love that. I love the Second and Third National as well. Don't get me wrong. But the First National will always have a special place in my heart. Fun fact, that is the flag that flies at my house. So if everybody could, let's please say happy birthday to Mr. Franklin in the chat. All right. I don't know what happened. But some other news. Let's see here. Members of the Colonel Alfred Johnson Camp 276 and the Tillman Beauregard Camp 1460 recently visited the Confederate trenches at Shiloh National Battlefield. Fun fact, that monument there to the men buried is also across from the Mississippi Confederate monument at Shiloh. So I visit that monument at the trench and the Mississippi monument every time I'm at Shiloh. It is very emotional for me, and I'm glad that y'all were able to experience that and pay your respects. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. Next bit of news takes us back to Kentucky with the private Elridge Riley camp of Calvert City, welcoming 3 new members last week, along with the Kentucky Mechanized Cavalry 1E. So congratulations. I love hearing about new members. Keep growing the organization. Great job, gentlemen. Great job, great job, great job. And I believe we're also going to stay in Kentucky. No, we're not. I believe we are going to the great state of Virginia nope, not that one, for an Iron Cross dedication. This Iron Cross dedication was to Sergeant Shepard. He was born November 15th, 1832, and he died August 19th, 1905. He was in the Company C, 2nd Virginia Infantry, the Stonewall Brigade. And here's another picture of Sergeant Shepard with, of course, the Iron Cross that was dedicated to him. And I want to thank the gentleman in the picture, Jason. Thank you, sir. That is always a great thing to see, and thank y'all for doing that for Sergeant Shepard. I'm glad he was able to get his Iron Cross and for y'all to dedicate it. Thank you, gentlemen, very much. You're a Second National fan. General Early took the Second National to D.C. I do love the Second National as well. As I said, I don't really necessarily have a favorite flag, because I tell people all the time that I love all Confederate flags because there's so many great designs out there. And I have, I don't want to single out on one. While I do technically break my own rule by pretty much, I do single out on the First National a lot of times, but I do love every one of them. My father has a great presentation where he goes over flags that our ancestors served under, and seeing the very different flags that our ancestors served under is very emotional for me. And I enjoy it every time I hear it. He always usually finds a way to add something because he is growing his collection of our ancestors' flags. As we speak, he's always trying to find a way to reproduce one, or he has discovered a new one. So it is always fun to see that. And Jason, want to point out Sergeant Shepard, the gentleman we just talked about, a hero. That is his ancestor, and he was wounded at the Battle of Cedar Mountain. So there is some great information for everybody. Now, our next bit of news is going to take us to Tennessee as we talk about a very special event. Whoever is not going to the National Reunion, there is an excellent fundraiser for flag park maintenance and other Southern Heritage programs in West Tennessee on July 19th. Tow Truck Stover was the son of our highly respected division inspector, Lenny Stover. He was passionately focused on our heritage and rode with the mechanized cavalry. We lost him 10 years ago, but his legacy lives on through the Tow Truck Memorial Ride for the Flags. It is hosted by the Tennessee SCV Mechanized Cavalry, Bell's Partson's Camp, 1821, and the OCR. Poker hands are 10. The best hand wins $100. Worst hand wins $50. Support the Trebell Flag Park. It is spectacular, a spectacular event. So I am going to leave this up here for a second. And I do ask, if you aren't going to the national reunion and you are in Tennessee, please consider supporting this event to honor not only one of our members, but to help support Southern heritage and pay for maintenance at this flag park, maybe get even some new flags. So please consider stopping by if you can. Let's see here. Moose, I have a big event flyer for you for the next episode. Look Around. Just didn't get to it this week. Hey, Kyle, it happens all the time to me as well. I'll be in my own division, and my own division will be like, have you promoted this? And I'm like, no. I even make my own division send stuff in. I even make my own camp send stuff in. Because I have an awful memory. I have so much stuff that happens to me on a daily basis that it's hard to keep up with sometimes. Your favorite flag is the 7th Cavalry Tennessee flag. It's a good pick. Good pick. All right. And for our last bit of news, and we won't go off the air just yet. We'll talk for a bit longer, as it's going to take us back to Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken. And we welcome the new cadet of Lloyd Williams to the SCV. I'm glad to see the cadet program being used, and I cannot wait to see what Mr. Williams does in his future. I hope that he is, and not more of a hope, but I know he'll be taken care of by that camp, taught our Southern heritage, taught how to protect it, taught about his heritage. And I know that he will be a welcome addition when he turns 12 and becomes a full-fledged member of the SCV. I love seeing the cadet program. I'm happy to see Mississippi hopefully putting a new emphasis on it. And I can't wait to see what y'all do with him. I know he's going to be a great member, and can't wait to see what he does. Always happy to see our future. Always happy. But I was wrong. That is not Louisiana. That is of the Richard Taylor camp in Louisiana. His dad is the first lieutenant camp commander. So I definitely know he will be well taken care of in that camp. That is a great camp. Y'all do a lot of great stuff. And congratulations on the new cadet. I can't wait to see what he does. And I know y'all will teach him about his heritage. The 5th Brigade is in the chat. And specifically, my lovely 5th Brigade Councilman, Mr. Keith. He is also the camp commander of the 9th Mississippi Camp 1748. So it has been a great episode. Thank y'all for joining us. Just a quick reminder for those who are just now tuning in. If you are running for a national office, please contact us as quickly as possible. I know only 2 people have announced, but I'm going to go ahead and get my stuff ahead of the curve since we got a couple people announcing. Please contact us at scvyouth@gmail.com so we can schedule your interview. We will be starting interviews January of 2026. So if you're still undecided, that's fine. You have plenty of time to email us. We will go from the councilman to the commanders to the lieutenant commander-in-chief to the commander-in-chief. So I do know we have 2 people who have announced for a position. So if y'all could please contact us. Y'all's will be a bit more up in the air because we have to schedule the Army positions. But I would love to reach out to y'all and see how y'all are doing and congratulate both men. I know both men. And without saying too much, because, again, we are going to be impartial here at SCV Chat. Good luck to both gentlemen. Please reach out to us. And we'll start at least somewhat scheduling y'all's event. If anything, I can at least get the promotional made and tell you all the information I need from y'all. So please contact us at scvyouth@gmail.com, and we cannot wait to see y'all. So real quick, I'm having to switch around stuff, but please make sure to share this episode out and tune in this Thursday for Commander's Comments, we hope. Again, it depends on if our schedules all align. If not, we'll have maybe a Look Around episode. Maybe Look Around does something SCV Chat related. Who knows? But we hopefully we'll have Commander's comments. Of course, Facebook's not working again. That's joyful. But make sure to share this episode out and tune in this Thursday at 7 p.m. Confederate Standard Time for Commander's comments. It is great seeing everybody as always. And I guess that's it. I don't think I need to say anything else. Remember, everybody, I know everybody's starting to get excited for reunion. Let's see that excitement. And I know everybody's already getting excited for elections. But let's try to remember that we have multiple friends running. And so let's make sure that we show support on that person's episode. Share it out as much as you want. Comment on it as much as you want. Like it. But let's show respect to everybody running. That's just how I see things. But until then, I'll see y'all in Houston. Remember to pray for Texas. We'll, of course, have the SCV Chat Relief Fund donation posted soon on our Facebook and Instagram. And the words of the late, great Harold Philpott. Remember, chat heads, no fumar in the elevator. Good night, everybody.